My mother would be going nuts right now. Do you realize if she had to deal with it? Hey, hi everybody, it's the Papa from the Papa's Kitchen, and today's sort of an exciting day for me. I'm doing a lunch for Bob and Joanne, our friends from Ontario. Susan and I leave Saturday to go out of town, and they leave Saturday to go back to Ontario. So I thought I'd have them over for a nice lunch as a sort of a going away thing. And it worked better for me to do it today on a Thursday than on the day before I'm getting ready to leave. So anyhow, in talking to Bob particularly, he had never had oysters on the half shell. So I picked up a dozen beautiful oysters that we're going to put on the half shell and broil them. And honestly, these, I've done them before. They're the easiest thing you can imagine. And really, all you do, and I don't think everybody knows this, but all you do is you pop them open, shuck them, as we say, and I actually have a shucking, here they are, right there's one of them right there. I'm going to wash them down, and I'm going to shuck them open, but the way you actually do these, to have them, and this is a little hack, to have them pop, put them under the broiler, lay them on a cheap pan, and put them under the broiler for 30 seconds, no more. And they just sort of pop a little bit, and then you can get your knife in and they come right off. And so I gotta wash those, do that, and then I'll take the top off. I tend to take a spoon, scoop the oyster, but then leave it right there in the shell. And I make a wonderful, here it is, right here. And this, it's a two-part or two-stage thing. Parmesan, which, I've got some really good Parmesan in here. Some cut up, very diced small parsley, Italian parsley, and then also some panko. And that just works beautiful. And you put that, sprinkle that on the top, and I'll even put some more Parmesan on. And then you put also a big dab, and I'm going to make it, I haven't done it yet, of some green garlic butter. And really the green is from more parsley, softened butter, garlic in there. And with oysters, the thing that makes oysters so good, at least broiled, is the butter. And I'm going to I made some bread this morning, and I'm going to cut some slices of this bread. I'm going to toast it lightly in that same broiler. And then when you're eating your oysters, that butter's all over the place, and you sop the butter up with that bread. It's just like insanity. In addition to that, I'm put together some crab cakes. I didn't get lump crab. They were out of it actually at my store, and so I got claw crab, which by the way is cheaper anyhow, so don't tell my friends. And I mix that up, and then these will go into a skillet with some oil, and you fry these up about 3 to 4 minutes on both sides, and those are beautiful. If you've ever had crab cakes, and I love them. And in here I used some butter, Ritz crackers all chopped down, and then 1 beaten egg, about a half a cup of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of Worcestershire, a tablespoon of Dijon, 2 teaspoons of Old Bay seasoning, and what else did I put in there? That's about it. Get the patties made. They need to be about 2 inches thick, and those are close to. And I make 6 of them with a pound of the crab meat. And then I'm going to put those in the fridge. They need to be in the fridge for about an hour, but they cook up really, really nice. And then the other thing, Sue, got up early this morning, and you didn't see this, but I made also for this meal, my friend Joanne's bringing the salad, but I also made some salmon bites, skewered salmon bites.
Oh,
and
this will be good.
Oh, I'm telling you, I already tried some. That just the sashimi part is so. Here, I'm going to help you figure out how this tastes.
You're going to help me figure out how it tastes?
I'll tell you what, on this...
Whoa, that one's full.
No, this one is going to be sushimi, so don't worry. But what you do is you brine these in salt and sugar. This is what they do in the sushi places. And you brine them 2 to 1, 2 salt to 1 sugar. Mix that up. Cover these up like, really sprinkle it heavy on it. About 45 minutes of brining that way, dry brine.
More salt than sugar.
More salt, 2 to 1. And then what you do is after that 45 minutes is up, take it and rub each one into some cold water and get it off. But it puts a different texture on the salmon, and the taste. Try that.
Oh my!
Yeah, it's really good. So I'm going to offer my guests some raw, which is very good, with some soy sauce and wasabi, and I'm also going to put some in the pan and just lightly fry that up too in the pan a little bit. So that's the 3 things that I'm doing along with the salad for the dinner. But the thing that I wanted to actually videotape today and show you is the thing I'm most excited about. My kids, Luke and Jill, gave me for Christmas this beautiful box of exclusive balsamic vinegar. And this is like high-priced stuff. It's really, really nice. And I'm anxious to try it. And what I'm going to do, take one of these, and I'm going to make today a little recipe that Luke sent me. And it uses strawberries. So I've got fresh strawberries already cut up and in the fridge, just waiting for me to plate later on. But I'm going to show you how to make, with goat cheese, a nice goat cheese strawberry balsamic dessert. Now it sounds crazy, but I'm anxious. I looked, worked on the recipe and everything, and I'm anxious to try it and put it together. So that's the part I'm actually going to film today for you and show you. So I need to clean all this up and get my oysters sort of washed up and all that, and then I want to come back and show you how I put together the goat cheese and then the balsamic glaze and the strawberries. So that'll be the deal. So that's what I'm doing today. It's 3 different types of snacks, if you would, lunch.
But all fish.
But all fish, all seafood, and with the salad. And then for dessert, this special goat cheese strawberry balsamic thing.
This is what you do for friends.
This is only for close friends.
You get up at 5:30.
I was up at 5:30. I made 2 loaves of bread. I was in here. I was brining my salmon. I was going nuts, but it's going to be a fun day. So, and they're coming. Oh my goodness! In about 10, about an hour and 15 minutes. So I got to get busy. I'll be right back. Okay, the very first thing you do with this, here's my goat cheese. It's been laying out, so it's softened. I want 6 ounces. This is a 10-ounce package, so I want just over a half of the softened in there. We're going to get that out. And we're going to put this in my mixer, just like that. And to that, what we're going to add, and this is the fluff part that's going to go on the side, the balsamic glaze will then be drizzled on top of all of this, and this will sit next to my my completed strawberries, which will also get that glaze. And we're going to put in, it's just really simple, 1/4 cup of heavy cream. You know what? And we also are going to put in 1/4 cup of sugar. I better do the sugar first here. So 1/4 cup of white sugar. It's not, it's dessert, folks. So there it is. And then 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And I'm just going to beat this until it becomes very nice and fluffy. So that's sort of how we want to do that. And then what I'm going to come back and show you is I'll bring my plate out here, my induction plate, and I'm going to make the glaze, and that won't take but 5 minutes or so. So I'm really good on time with everything. I've just got to start moving pretty quick here. And I'm actually going to put this fluff. Oh man, beautiful.
It's whipped cream.
It's whipped cream basically with the goat cheese in it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to put a little bit more goat cheese in, Sue.
Yeah, it looks a little
thin. Yep.
Thin.
So let's do that. It needs to fluff up, so I need to go a little bit longer. It almost gets like a cloud if you want. I'm now going to make the glaze, and this is where the vinegar comes in, but also a secret ingredient. Number one, half a cup right there in the saucepan of granulated sugar and a half a cup of water. And I just want to bring this to a boil, and I want, here we go, I want to get this syrupy-like in consistency. So that'll take about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to open this in a second, but I did want to show you. I am going to add to this a very, very minced up 2 tablespoons of mint, fresh mint. And then we're going to also chiffonade, or make little pieces, if you would, of the mint to sprinkle on top once we serve. But right now I want to make this a very small, minced up, some mint that's going to be incorporated into this syrup glaze that I'm doing with the balsamic. And this is going to be poured on my strawberries and on my goat cheese mixture, the cheese mixture, when we serve this glaze. And it has this mint flavor in addition to what is happening with the balsamic and the sugar and the syrup there. So I want to get this really fine because I want the taste of mint, I want the feeling of mint, the aroma, the fragrance of mint, but I don't want people biting into big pieces of it in the glaze. Boy, I can really smell this. It smells so good. Okay, and that's coming along. We want to get that all stirred and incorporated. So it's boiling, and I actually want that to thicken up a little bit until it's a syrupy kind of deal here. And honestly, you can use any balsamic that you want. Honestly, you really can. Don't feel bad if you don't have, you know, like I was playing around with expensive balsamic. So now what I'm getting ready is a 1/4 cup that I'm going to add to that sugar water mixture to complete the syrup. It's not quite syrupy yet. I want a little bit more.
Do you like having company?
I do. I actually do. You make a good point. I find it challenging. That's why I think is to, can I pull this off kind of thing. I love a challenge. It's just crazy. And my mother would be going nuts right now. Do you realize if she had to deal with it? You would be too, eh? Oh, it's not getting nice and syrupy, starting to come together. Got that syrup. It took about 5 minutes to get that to that level. Now I'm going to add the balsamic vinegar, and I'm going to again let this come to a boil. Keep stirring it. Beautiful. And oh, that is so delicious smelling. And we're just going to again let this come to a boil. Now, normally what I would do is you need to serve this right away with your plated strawberries and all that and the goat cheese as a drizzle. I'm filming this, I couldn't get the word out, before everybody comes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to this stage, turn it off, and I'm going to bring it back to a boil prior to serving it, just so that it's fresh. Okay. And once I bring it back to a boil, I've got my mint already done here, and I'm going to take that off the heat after it comes to a boil. I'm going to incorporate this mint in there, in a nice way, and then this will become the glaze that goes over everything. But that is now done and ready to go. So, and even though it may solidify a little bit, you know, get a little, it'll come back to good consistency when I come back a little bit later and take care of business. All right, I got the balsamic syrup boiling. I took it off the flame, and then I am taking in about a tablespoon and a half of really minced mint.
Minced mint.
And yeah, minced mint. I couldn't say that. I couldn't even think it. And oh man, does that smell good. And then what we're going to do, let it cool just for a second, and we're going to then drizzle this on our strawberries and our goat cheese. The goat cheese on the side here, along with the strawberries, is how we're going to serve this up to our guests. And there's the glaze. And all we're going to do is just drizzle it on a little bit. I got to be careful here. I don't want to drizzle too much. Just sort of like that.
Of course, we have never tried this.
Nope, never tried it. So let me do the spoon.
New, so better. If our guests don't like it, then they always pretend they do.
They do. They're good.
They're such
Most guests are good.
People.
Some of my guests can get real critical. So, like one of the guys sitting at the table right now. But, And I just want you to see this plated up. And it doesn't seem like it would go together, a balsamic vinegar syrup and goat cheese with strawberries. But I'm telling you,
he's positive it's going to be delicious, even though he's never had it.
And then all we want to do is do a little bit of chiffonade mint on top. And that, folks, is the plate.
Beautiful.
All right, so we'll see how it tastes.
Okay, we're going to have somebody taste it. Ethan's going to do it here.
It looks great.
It looks amazing.
Oh, do you have a spoon?
Sorry.
Okay, everybody use their spoon for their oysters. We used it for our oysters.
Chopsticks aren't going to work.
Go ahead,
Ready?
you can go.
A little bit of everything.
Yes.
A little bit of the glaze, strawberry.
Mint. Okay, be honest now.
Wow.
It's different, huh?
You do not expect that to work,
No, I know it.
and that's great.
Yeah, you don't
That's
expect it
good.
to work. I
That's
like that how
incredible.
you said that.
That's
very
incredible.
true. Isn't that something?
Okay, everybody try.
Oh my. That is really different, isn't it though?